looking larger and larger every episode.
If there was a prize for this,
I'd win it.
sure.
You'd think I'd look thinner. I just came out of the norovirus.
Oh, I know, but that would be very dangerous if you lost weight pregnant.
It would be a little bit nice.
I always thought, I used to hear people joke around about wanting to get like tapeworms and stuff so that they could lose weight.
Postpartum, I'm gonna swallow one. Yeah.
Like a gummy worm down the hatch.
I'm trying to be just like very like, I'm in my earth mama, I'm in my goddess phase, I'm nourishing my body.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of podcasts where everybody talks like this.
Oh, do they?
And we talk about home birth.
Okay.
And I'm over here just like, I just got a glimpse with the norovirus about what birth feels like. That's a fun fact. Birth feels like the flu.
The flu.
The worst flu that's going to kill you.
I know. So even with the flu is while it's happening, you make kind of deals with God and you're like, if you just make me feel a little bit better, that everything will be fine. But I feel like it's the same thing with the birthing. You know it's going to be
There's
over.
a finite.
There's an end.
In general, hard things like are always like made a little bit easier for me if I feel like there's a finite point.
Totally.
Right. So like, I'm like, okay, I know there's going to be an end to
I
this.
can do hard things.
Yeah. Either I'm going to die, they're going to rip this baby out of me, or this baby's coming out the old fashioned way.
It's pretty unlikely that you're going to die.
No. Yeah. That doesn't happen much anymore.
That doesn't happen much, right?
I mean, it happens, but not much anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, and everybody keeps warning me too that they're like, the second one's going to come a lot faster. And I was like, inshallah. That's what happens.
It's going to come like a slip inside.
God willing, this one just slides out.
Slides right out, right?
I don't think that's how it happens.
I don't know what's going on, but I feel like every person I've talked to who is pregnant is having a boy.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's interesting. I noticed my midwife posted her numbers for the year, and it was like probably like 5% more boys were born this year.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we're going to have a little problem in the future.
Okay. I never thought of that.
Maybe we're going to have to really...
Maybe we're Alaska soon, right? Right? Alaska's mostly men.
Yes. They don't have enough women.
Yeah. That's always the joke as like a single woman is that you should just head to Alaska.
Just clean up.
I guess so. I wouldn't mind. But I don't like the cold and I don't love places that the sun doesn't shine all the time.
And I never felt beautiful in a puffer coat.
I know. It's very hard.
Some women, they look fly.
I know.
I never felt right.
I just dumped an extra small puffer coat I had the other day because I'm like, what did I bought it because I'm like, I don't want to look big.
So you're like, let me just stuff myself.
I know, but then instead I'm like, fat guy in a little coat. It doesn't really fit.
No, I always felt very like orthodox, like an orthodox woman who wear like, they wear like long skirts and stuff. Because I had a coat that went past the knee. Yeah. So I always just felt it's the only way to live. Yeah. You have to have a coat that goes past the knee if you're going to live in a cold weather.
So true. It's so funny that you talk about Orthodox. I had drinks the other night with one of my friends from the HHC.
Oh, yeah.
That secret
happy hour club.
The happy hour club that I was a part of. We all used to work for a publicly traded company in our 20s and then secretly would hang out after work.
Yeah, sometimes I was in high school and I'd join you guys.
That's right.
I didn't drink.
You didn't drink, but maybe DD, some of us. And
I was there for the hangs.
Yeah, we would get hammered. Somebody would show up at the office the next day. None of us would talk to each other.
You guys would just puke in your trash cans?
Puke in trash cans, pretend like we didn't know each other, and then do it again. So I haven't seen her in 20 years. We hung out. But she reminded me, because she's from Jersey, of the Orthodox.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Orthodox Jews that live in central...
Brickish,
Ocean County, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out, yes, they do wear the puffer coats to the knees, Ange.
Yeah.
Yes, they are wearing
wigs,
but they are attractive wigs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't understand it. It's don't look at my natural hair because that's a sin against God, but look at this wig
that I got from an Indian woman.
But that's okay.
And paid top dollar for.
I didn't understand that. And when they showed me the model, because I moved to this city that was predominantly Lakewood, New Jersey, like I think they have their own fire department, the Jews.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Right? So when I moved in, they're like showing me the model home. And the very first thing, they show me the master bedroom. And the master bedroom has 2 beds. Why do they have 2 beds, Ange?
Lucy and Ricky Ricardo?
You might be thinking that. Apparently, when she's on her cycle, and this could be you, so you could get demoted, you go to your own bed.
Wow.
You go to your own bed.
You know what? I like it.
You do?
Yeah, unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I like it. I want my own bed when I'm on my cycle.
Okay, so you may be an Orthodox then if you also like this thing.
Okay.
2 sinks in the kitchen.
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah. If you're having a big dinner party, who doesn't want 2 sinks?
So the building was beautiful. I felt like it was like the Ritz-Carlton inside. It was so nice. Nobody moved in. And I was like, I'll take one. And they're like, you sure you want this? And I was like, yeah, for sure. So two sinks in the kitchen.
If I remember correctly, it was the Twin Towers. There were 2 buildings. One was filled with Orthodox and what was supposed to be rented out to the normies.
It's Gentiles.
And you guys got, but it was all the same layout. You guys, everybody got the Orthodox
Old
layout.
Testament, New Testament.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like your building was empty.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, empty.
Empty. But I did have 2 kitchen sinks. One was for milk and one was for meat.
Mm-hmm. How did you use them?
I used to keep dirty dishes in one, and the other one was just for like washing hands and stuff. I thought that was a good way to do it.
That's nice.
And do you remember there was a pizza place in the parking lot?
Yeah, I loved it. Again, unpopular opinion.
Oh, because you were vegetarian.
Yes. So I was really into the milk versus meat restaurants because I was all about the milk restaurants.
So they put all the pizza you want. You cannot get a pepperoni pizza. They don't mix milk and meat.
I was not aching for a pepperoni pizza at the time, so it was very good for me.
Yeah, you did like visiting.
Yeah. Can I tell you? I have more hot takes on this.
Let's hear it.
I
didn't know we were going to talk about Jersey, but let's go.
I think unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Back to the wigs.
Yeah.
If we're talking about our brothers in the Middle East.
Oh.
Okay. And how they're making our sisters live.
Okay.
I think wigs is better than head covering.
Oh, you pick wig over.
I'm taking wig every time. Like, sure, I would be devastated to hide this beautiful mane.
Yeah.
You know? But maybe you get to like Nicki Minaj it, and sometimes you get bangs, and sometimes you know, like, are we having fun with it?
Yeah, you got to get serious though about the wigs. First of all, you can't mess around. You don't want polyester hair. You want real human hair. I want good stuff. Yeah, good stuff.
I'm going to India.
You're right.
Somebody who sacrificed their hair so that I don't have to cover my head.
That's so sweet.
Don't you think? Would you rather wear a wig or cover your head?
Maybe. I heard, have you seen this? The new, because they're trying to they're spraying the bird flu on everybody, whatever's happening, the norovirus. Sure. Whatever happened to
Took
you.
my household down this week.
But apparently they've reinstated masks in 6 states and in the hospitals only. Masks are required. But people are doing full face masks, but they're clear. They're white, it looks like, but you can still see through them. And I'm like, I honestly wouldn't mind that on a bad day when you're like, I don't want to see folk.
Yeah. Do those work?
Because the other ones
the jury was out on the old ones. Do the new ones work? Did they invent workable masks this time?
I don't even know what's going to happen with this one. I can't imagine everybody's going to swing so hard for this one.
Get out of here. For bird flu?
I don't know.
They're not taking us down for bird flu.
What is happening, Ange? The buzz is weird. Whatever's...
Let me tell you. I know nothing about the buzz. Okay. Let's start
there.
I'm not buzzing. Okay.
You're not
because
buzzing.
I am not on Twitter.
Okay.
And I literally just battled the norovirus with my family for the last 5 days. So
that's all you care about.
Legit. We watched Bluey for 24 hours straight.
What's that?
Some art cartoon from Australia. Honestly, it's lovely.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 8-minute episodes.
They're so nice in Australia.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a lovely little show. Kids are obsessed with it. My son feels very neutral about it, but I couldn't get up off the floor, and he was having a struggle as well. So we just watched a lot of it.
That's sweet.
So that if you want to know generally what's on my radar, I'm just now coming back online, and I'm hearing something about drones. I'm hearing something about we had a couple of snafus with some domestic terrorists a couple of snafus.
Some snafus.
I've heard peripherally what's going on. Yeah. But let me tell you, my spotlight's been on the norovirus.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, which I don't, obviously jury's out on how I feel about viruses and whether or not they exist.
Tom Cowan. Viruses don't exist.
For sure something ripped through my household.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel on the other side of it? This is what I feel. The body is smart. The body is intelligent. It's always doing the right thing. So if it's having you expel things from both ends.
So I did not.
Oh. TMI.
TMI. As soon as I read about the norovirus, because I figured that's probably what my son has. It's just some sort of gastro something because he was exploding. Mm-hmm. My friend Paula calls it throwing up and throwing down.
Oh, I like throwing up and throwing down.
When you're throwing up and you're throwing down. That's what he was doing. And so I went down a Reddit rabbit hole to see is this going to come for me?
Yes.
As a pregnant lady, how is this going to look? And of course, Reddit only gives you the absolute horrific versions.
Were you up
or
down?
I was up.
Oh, you were up. Okay.
I was up and I was only up once.
Oh, not bad.
But I felt this is the crazy part. You still get the really awful stomach cramps.
Okay.
And what scared me was the stomach cramps feel like contractions.
Oh.
And I wasn't worried that I was like going into labor, but
Yeah.
like I literally was like, oh no, the nausea plus the stomach
You're
cramps.
like, I know this feeling.
I remember this feeling.
Aw. Maybe it's just God just kind of like feathers your nose a little to just be like, you ready?
Humble me a little bit.
You ready?
Humbling me.
Are you ready for this? I told somebody today that you're a professional
home birther,
and they thought you were for hire. And I'm like, no. She professionally can spit one out.
I did it once.
I know, but you did it like a queen, and you're about to do it again.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But literally, I was just like humbled the other night, being like, oh no, like you forget that part of.
This is really exciting, though. It could just be me and the spheres that I run in, but it seems like more people are wanting to do more natural births.
Yeah, it's definitely hot, baby.
It's hot. It's in style.
It's hot.
Hot. That's what your son says.
Yeah,
hot.
It is. It's very en vogue.
You know what else is? Trad wives.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you first told me what the acronym is, SAHM.
Stay at home mom.
I hadn't heard it.
Yeah.
And it turns out that's a thing, Ange.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm late to this party.
Yeah. So it seems to be reserved primarily for very rich ladies.
Okay.
Social media influencers.
Yeah.
Or deep Christians.
Or people with a big Albanian family.
Yeah. I was gonna say I seem to be the outlier in the trad wife community.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to make your own bread. Like if you're buying bread, you don't get to stay in the club.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do. I'm excited for you to graduate to the everybody in the neighborhood gets bread.
It's a lot of work.
Okay.
Okay. You've gotten some bread. Don't act like you haven't.
Okay.
Kirkued the bread.
I've kirkued it. I haven't had my own.
Yeah. What are you gonna eat a whole loaf of bread?
Honestly, if you gave it to me, I probably would.
Okay, all right. I'll get you one. But yeah, so the home birth thing is hot. It's hot. I think a big part of it is women are kind of stepping back into the idea of like, this isn't something to be feared.
Yeah.
Right. Like we were talking about yesterday at brunch, the twilight sleep births.
Yeah.
When they
used to. Yeah, I watched this documentary on Johnny Cash's ex-wife, Vivian. I forget what her name was. God. I'm so sorry. Literally a point for she like was so depressed because everybody forgot about her. People were like, that bitch kept him away from June Carter. And it was like, no, that's his wife and the mother of his 4 children.
3 children. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's this big scandal. Apparently they accused her of being black. She was just Sicilian. But everybody was like, she's a Negro.
Fine line.
They were, yeah. And so they tried to call it out that he had these like 4.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like it's a bad thing. They were saying that his wife was a Negro.
Yeah. And that he was trying to hide it. And they had to write letters and stating like, no, she comes from a white family. They're just Sicilian.
Did you ever watch that documentary where the lady kept being told that she was just Sicilian
and she was Jewish?
She was black.
Oh, she was black. But the Jewish lady on Long Island.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Her mom was Jewish, and she just kept telling her it's because you got Sicilian in your family, and the girl was like clearly black. Yeah. Sorry, they can really gaslight you.
They totally do. But anyway, she was saying that when she gave birth, that like they would just so you go through all the labor pains. They don't knock you out beforehand. They make you feel every last bit, and then when that baby's about to crown, that's when they knock you out.
Put her out.
And then, like, by the time you come to with some
like,
smelling
salts,
baby.
Can you imagine? So talk about like a male doctor who's never given birth coming up with that. It was like right at the end. That's gotta hurt the most. But like in reality, when you're giving birth, the pressure is so intense. And I remember I used to ask in my birth class to be like, how will I know when to push? They're like, you're gonna know. And I was like, but how will I know? They're like, you're gonna know. It's true. When you're not medicated, you just know when to push because literally you don't even have to push. The body is like, it's coming out.
It's just going to happen. So this is the weird thing. And this may be a controversial take. So maybe we get pulled for this one.
Oh, can't wait.
But the idea of like when they introduced forceps to like open up the mom and pull baby out, cerebral palsy. We're not allowed to talk about it. Where's Beyonce's son?
I don't know if they forcept him necessarily. I don't know. They haven't really been forcepping people in a while.
Where's Beyonce's son?
Look, where is he? That's a great question. Sir Carter?
They never show him.
Yeah, there's clearly something about him.
I think it's cerebral palsy, and I'm pretty sure cerebral palsy is.
It's a birth. It's just like birth trauma.
Birth trauma meaning that happens in a hospital.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
This beautiful couple came into my yoga class today, and they talked about that they're going to do like a more birthing center birth. Not a home birth, but I guess that's a in betweeny.
Yeah. So, you said that they don't live here permanently.
They don't live here permanently.
So, like, Yeah, in retrospect, a birthing center probably would have made even more sense
than the rental home in Tennessee.
Than the random rental home in Tennessee that was haunted. That was haunted, that we started renting 2 months before I gave birth.
Yeah, that's probably.
So it was like, I didn't even have...
But they were saying, they're like, why would we go have a baby in a hospital that's where all the sick people are?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh, I only had...
Are you a health elitist?
Oh, I only stepped into a hospital one time during my first birth, during my first pregnancy, and it was for my 20-week anatomy scan. And they sent me to some it was like out of UT in Knoxville, like something in their like hospital university system. And they were like, oh, you have to go. It's for high risk pregnancies, but like that's just who we are partnered with. So that's where you should go. We sat in the waiting for 2 hours and we saw just like, first of all, you're sitting under fluorescent lights. You're seeing again, it's just like just a bummer after bummer after bummer. And then I don't know if I told you this. So I go in and they're asking me like what I take and what my prenatal I do.
Sure.
And so I'm like having to like tell the UT
bloody raw liver.
Yeah, but having to like disclose the university, what I'm up to, and they all think I'm
unpasteurized raw milk.
Yeah, they hate it, right? Like I could tell. And then even worse, when I had done my intake form for the midwives, they asked me if I had like prior to being pregnant, if I had any drug use. And I was like, well, yeah, I smoke weed. So on the top of my chart that's like broadcast on the screen, and there's like my son on the screen, it says my name and then it says THC user. And I was just like,
wow, judgment.
That's what? I didn't know you guys were gonna like run and tell the university. I didn't know you guys were gonna go tell everybody. Jeez. So yeah, they were really hateful about it. But anyway, so I went to go there and literally the whole time I just kept thinking, I cannot believe people come here to give birth. This is the saddest place I've ever stepped into.
We've talked about this. Why do they lay a woman on her back to give birth? That seems so strange.
So that's old school too. So a lot of times like now, especially like...
That's like saying when you try to go to the bathroom, just lay on your back and go. Like, let it out. Who's doing that?
So they don't really...
You can't throw up and throw down that way.
It's not as common anymore. And especially like if you hire a doula, like even in a hospital setting, you get a doula. That
they know better.
Even if they... like when they hit you with the fentanyl and you're numb from the waist down. They don't like your doula will like get all up in there and like put the peanut ball between your legs and like switch your positions. Like it's pretty commonly understood now that like babies love motion. So if you're trying to give birth, you got to get into like different positions. Anyway, I'm sorry. We're always on this, but I'm so close to this.
Like, you are. You're so close.
I'm in my third trimester.
We're excited. We're doing a little karaoke sprinkle for you.
Yeah. We're doing a karaoke. Everybody has to dress like somebody going to the Grammys. Or somebody at the Grammys. So I will be dressed as MIA.
Literally the best.
When she was pregnant.
When she was pregnant at the Grammys. Yeah, and she's a queen and we love everything about her. I'm going to be J-Lo. I want to say there was a window when she was cool. She really took a nosedive with this last marriage. And now the whole Diddy thing's coming out, but I don't know.
You're going J-Lo green dress.
I'm going J-Lo green dress.
Which is like, you know what? My sister's a blimp. Let me go J-Lo green dress. Let me do it for the both of us. And I appreciate that you're stepping in and doing it for the both of us.
Thank you. I do not mess around when it comes to karaoke. We're going to do it for real.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to do karaoke when completely sober. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm the only person who can't drink.
We'll get you a little matcha. You can get hyped. You can get jacked on the matcha.
Have a little bit of tea. And
I know.
See what comes out.
No, it'll be fun. I know you're on the wind down of this, and baby's going to come out soon. And then what? And then you're going to talk to babies all the time.
I know. I'm going to really ruin this podcast.
That's okay. It's worlds collide. It's my world and your world. It's two different worlds. Our worlds collided when I watched your son last night, and he woke up to here and diarrhea.
Yeah.
So that's our worlds colliding.
Yeah, sorry about that. We had a nice time.
No, it just gave me such I always get such insight from it. I love it. I'm not, because I know it's not forever. I know.
You get a little taste of the momdom.
For sure. And I love it and I get it and I can't understand why he's so mad at me, but that's,
Yeah, his tummy hurts.
I get it. I would probably be mad too.
Day 5 of
We watched a few episodes of Punky Brewster, which was my favorite when I was little. It turns out he loves it. If you're wondering, your son likes Punky Brewster. He thinks she's a cutie.
Cute little precocious girl.
With Brandon, the dog.
Dog on screen.
Loves Brandon.
Fun little intro. Of course he loves it.
Yeah, he was totally, all the colors, you know? But we had to run through, I don't know. They pushed me really hard. I keep thinking a foster kid's going to show up at my doorstep. My car step.
My yoga studio.
My yoga studio that I don't own. The studios.
Yeah, I like how we were talking about how it kind of like programmed your brain.
Yeah, I just kept thinking that like somebody was going to show up that wears like rainbow colors, you know, 2 different Converse.
Had you been worried that you didn't learn CPR?
Yeah.
Or that the state can come take your kid away?
Yeah, I did one a few years ago online. And as it turns out, like other things, when you cheat yourself. I did an online CPR course. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The entire point of CPR is to be able to...
You didn't get your hands on anybody.
Not at all. Or blow into anybody's mouth. Not at all. But I am certified from some online... I'm also certified to marry people. So if anybody's wondering...
Same thing. Don't actually ask her to do it. She might fumble there. She didn't get any hands on.
I've got a barrage of skills on paper.
That's amazing. That's like those people who have all those online...
certificates?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you call them the other day? People that just collect a bunch of certifications?
I forget. But yeah.
Your husband had a good one. Yeah.
They drive me nuts. The people who they've got every...
They're going to list them all. They're going to tell you all of them. They're going to tell you why they're good at this thing.
That's funny. You should start doing that exact thing of being like, I'm CPR certified. I'm marriage certified, reverend of the online course.
I can teach yoga. Okay. I have an expired real estate license.
I have a driver's license.
I do have a driver's license. I was licensed to substitute teach in Pinellas County.
For a short time.
Okay. A lot of these have expired.
But you should actually lead with all your licenses moving forward.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Can we put it in the About Us?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
I'm like, Angie's a mom of 2, a loving wife, a this or that, and Paulina is certified in 27 things that
half are expired. Yeah.
No,
I can renew them at any time if anybody needs me to. I can renew them at any time. Yeah, I like that.
It's probably best not to be a realtor right now anyways.
Brother.
What is happening?
Things are, half the houses in my county are flooded.
I know, but everybody keeps saying Daddy Trump's coming in and he's going to swing that Wall Street all the way up.
Dude, I completely forgot what day is Inauguration Day.
Okay.
The other day when you mentioned...
Random people are telling me they're counting down to the 20th.
Okay, I literally was like, oh, whoa, I forgot he's actually going to take office.
Yeah.
That's how... I'm not here right now. I'm somewhere else.
I don't know how this is going to change anything, Ange. You know, some people are saying that these drones are China. I'm not buying it. Other people are saying that these terrorism attacks, that they all know each other at Fort Bragg or something. I don't know what's going on. I can't pay attention.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I don't believe. I don't believe that Daddy Trump is coming in on the 20th to clean it all up and make everything better.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. I mean, if somebody wants to pull those C-19 shots, pull them. But otherwise, what's even happening?
I'm down for that. But
what's even happening?
I don't have this like grand feeling that like, oh, everything's about to get good. If anything, I'm like, it's ominous out there, baby. Like, we'll see what happens.
I know, but life is good. I think I said this to you earlier, is that it feels like sometimes people are on a downward spiral, but I really feel like we're on this that David Hawkins upward spiral of emotion. You know, I think life is getting better.
Oh, personally, right? Totally. Yeah.
I'm not too scared about anything.
No, I don't care at all. And like, well, because like one of the things people say was like, oh, when Trump comes back in, like Wall Street's gonna boom, and I'm like, boom. Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
I've been on the edge of my seat.
All those people that are suffering.
I've been on the edge of my seat, making sure that Wall Street's gonna be okay. Get out of here, dude. Like, I don't care about those people.
I know. I don't even know what I care about. What's that? There's this comedian who has a line. He's like, all I care about is my wife, and that's it. He's like, when my wife's happy, I'm happy. And I'm like, that's a really good way to live.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that about my family and friends. I'm like, my family and friends are good. My family and friends are happy. I feel good.
We're doing great.
Right?
Yeah.
Life is good.
Yeah. I'm like amped. I'm amped that I get a night out with my friends this Saturday night.
I know.
Like, I'm going to be dressed like MIA from 15 years ago. Like,
yeah, but looking dope.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what all my friends come out as.
Yeah, it's the little things.
Yeah, maybe we'll make a little TikTok video, throw it over to Buddha, throw it up on TikTok. I don't know, dude.
It'll be fun. Great idea.
It's just like, to me, like, I only can see so far into the future right now, you know?
That's usually my life.
So I can't be out here. I don't have time for domestic terrorism. I don't know what to tell you.
I know. I don't care either. It's so hard to believe what's true
obviously,
anyways.
it's a bummer anytime anybody dies anywhere. I
Who
hate to
died,
hear
though?
it.
I'm so confused.
In New Orleans.
Okay.
That guy mowed some
That's
people
terrible.
down. It's awful. It's literally
Terrible.
terrific.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something awful that I thought, though, about it?
What's that?
I saw that it happened at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Thought to myself, wouldn't have been me.
Because you'd be sleeping.
Even before I had kids. I'm not a 3 o'clock in the morning kind of guy.
I know. What do they say? Nothing good happens after X
Midnight?
time. Yeah. I have heard this.
Look, I don't mean to, obviously it was
You sound
New
like
Year's.
such a mom.
No, listen, it was New Year's. The kids are out. They're having a nice time.
Yeah.
I also would never be in New Orleans. I know that's an unpopular opinion. People really love New Orleans. My husband loves New Orleans.
I like New Orleans.
Zero desire to go.
Okay.
Zero desire to go where the top activity is drinking and getting wild. I hate Vegas.
Oh, I don't feel like that's New Orleans, though. New Orleans has a really beautiful culture. Yeah. Really great food. Mm-hmm. Not so much for the drinking. I'm not a big drinker either, but
I'm not a nighttime lady.
I know. A lady of the night.
I'm not a lady of the night.
You're the lady of the early morning.
Yeah.
You're about to be lady of the all night long with this baby. That's okay. It's limited, right?
Yeah. Inshallah.
Yeah. It's like every time you have a kid, it's almost like taking on a puppy, right? You're having to retrain it, reteach it how to pee outside, like all that kind of stuff. That's what it is, right?
Yeah. There really is not a whole lot you can do those first 3 months. Those first 3 months is just like...
You're keeping you alive and it alive.
Yeah. Chaos. Hold on tight.
I think it'll be great.
Yeah. I think obviously it's going to be great. It's very sweet. Newborns are very, very sweet. Unless they're not. But they're usually very sweet. I had an ornery one, but usually they're quite sweet.
But there's all these things. I was saying to you earlier about like the motherhood thing that I had talked about last week about I didn't want to like always worry and then I realized like with your son, because I did worry yesterday. We took him out a little bit and I realized that like you can worry, but you have to like exercise the muscle of being able to handle the life's ups and downs of worry. Everything's going to happen that's going to worry you.
Exactly. And well,
you just get stronger. You
totally,
get better.
Totally. It's interesting though, is you do still, I've been getting towards the end of my pregnancy now, I've been getting these like nightmares that pull me up out of my sleep.
Like?
So it happens a lot when the baby's really little.
Are you doing post-apocalyptic stuff
No,
again?
no. It's regular stuff. It's regular stuff. It'll be like, I had a dream the other night that my son came and he had stuck something up his nose.
Okay.
And I jolt out of bed and turned the light on.
Yeah.
And he was in his crib.
He was totally fine.
He's in his baby prison. He wasn't anywhere near me.
Okay.
But I was just dreaming it.
In a baby prison.
Yeah. But like that happens a lot when you first have the baby where you like, you're up and down so much in the night that you're like, oh, I think I put him back in his crib. And then you wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, hey, he's in the bed, I'm suffocating him. And it's not that. So
yeah.
It's funny. I had a break from that for a while, but those seem to be coming back to me. So here comes the anxiety spiral.
I wonder how much of that though is on purpose. Like biologically you're wired to do that so that you don't
so you wake up and care about the kid. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Keeps you alert. Because otherwise, your girl's a deep sleeper.
Yeah. On the edge of your seat for this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Anyway, we're excited to announce that we're naming our son Jack after Jack Kruse now.
Imagine! I never even thought that. Jack after Jack Kruse.
No, but we'll have to tell him.
I love that idea. Jack Kruse has been, I think he's on a Antarctica vacation or something. What's the part that's down? Throw down. What's the lowest part of the country or the world?
Yeah, Antarctica.
I want to say he's there. I've heard some weird stuff happens there.
I thought he was somewhere tropical.
He usually lives in El Salvador, but he's journeyed down to...
He's somewhere cold?
Right? Oh, I could be wrong. I thought he journeyed down somewhere all the way south.
I thought I spotted another shirtless picture of him recently on Facebook. So
did you? Uncle Jack keeps taking his shirt off.
I thought I caught another shirtless.
Cursing out the Means twins.
Yeah. I don't think they're twins, but I like the idea that they're the Means twins.
I think they are twins.
No, Callie and Casey Means are twins.
Why else would you name them that? I'm pretty sure they're twins.
Yeah, they're from like California or something. That's why they're named that.
No, I want to say they probably Franken those kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, I would like to. I haven't listened to the podcast yet, but
the Danny Jones one.
Yeah, the Danny Jones one.
Yeah. He's a great interviewer, podcaster, facilitator of that, and Jack just gets so mad.
I like that. So anyway, I look forward to listening to that one because I wanted to take that apart and see what.
Yeah, and that poor lady. I want to call her a girl, but she's like a doctor. But she's just like double dutching, trying to get into that conversation.
Oh, she's there too.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize they were both there.
Yeah. No, not the other. Not the twin sister.
I thought, yeah.
No.
The Wonder Twins.
Check and see if they're twins. No, I think her name is Mary Bowden. She's a MD. She treated like 6,000 COVID patients.
Oh, yes, out of Houston.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know
she
her.
was on my radar early on because I was living in Houston at the time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff that they say, but basically the recap is Kruse and Mary Bowden are like, you got to pull these shots. This is killing people.
Yeah, literally, that just came out. Alex Berenson reported, I saw the email earlier, that Moderna is now admitting, because of some European filing, that they had a child die during the Moderna trials.
I'm gonna guess they just swept that one under the rug.
Of course they did.
Brother, you can't talk about the things that make your case not good.
I'll tell you what, they're going to bury this episode on YouTube.
They're going to bury it. They do, like they do the others. What are we going to do?
Well, one day in the future, they're going to be like, wow, those two sisters were spitting truths.
Yeah, when
shouldn't have pulled all those episodes.
Imagine.
We'd like to formally apologize.
Yeah, our mics keep getting bigger. They say if you have a big mic, it's your ethical duty to spit the truth.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
At this point, like, if you're giving your kids the like, what are you doing?
I think you're gonna have to bleep those out. I think we still have to call them other things like shots or whatever else. But
the jabs. Okay, if you're still giving, all right, we'll try this again. Edit 2. If you're still giving your kids the jabs, listen, whether you think they do anything bad to you or not, we know they don't work.
Yeah.
At a minimum, they didn't work.
Yeah. Who's doing that stuff?
I know. Look, to each their own. Everybody's doing their best, but also they didn't work. Anyway, we're gonna get this
That's
episode
fair.
pulled.
No, they're not gonna pull this episode, but it's true, they did not work.
Everybody still got it.
Yeah, and now I don't feel so bad about the people that were trying to be like nasty to me about not getting it.
Yeah, well, I bet they still got COVID, and so did you. So here we are, all of us alive. We managed.
That's it.
Anyway, I think we gotta wrap this up. I can hear my son clawing from the other room.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah, it sounds like he's playing in the sink.
That's so cute. We're gonna wrap it up on the heels of our karaoke dream supreme.
Oh yeah, so then next week we can recap that.
We'll be dressed in character.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.